Sure, it's a common notion, perpetual emotion, but I don't need the comfort of any lies, for I've seen.
This is it. We are officially moved to Austin into a completely empty apartment. Got absolutely nothing in here. It is a very beautiful view, very pretty apartment and everything, but this is it. This is the start of building Uncommon. It's basically from totally scratch in a new city, no stuff. Do have my roommates here, which is awesome. Do have a lot of amazing friends here, but I mean, this is what we're working with right here. Mattress with no sheet on the floor, box over there, backpack what I came with, wrapper for the bed, just bare bones. What I'm really excited for, honestly, is just to see how God can shape me, mold me, and use me with this time that I'm gonna be in this apartment. I'm really excited to see what we can do here. I think there's no way that if I really commit myself to the absolute max and also am keeping God the priority and Him driving this and not just like my own success or my own goals for this, I think there's no way that we leave here and Uncommon's not 10 times bigger. All right, our event is later today. We did not have some of the stuff we need for it, so hopefully we got our stuff in this box. Got our pump so we can wrap our ball. I have shampoo now, which is good, and Tupperware so we can meal prep stuff, but at least we got a pump so we can play volleyball and actually have a ball. What's up?
What is this?
This is Uncommon Collective Beach Volleyball Day, Austin, Texas.
Sign up for your big groups. Show up.
Yeah, this is the first one of the new style of the big groups. A little bit messy for the first one, but
Just working out the kinks.
yeah, working out the kinks. Next one's gonna be really good though.
We're having an all-night revival. Some will call the women and some will steal the Bible for the sake of my survival. Baptize me in a bottle of bean for Johnny on the vinyl.
Told me in confidence, he was like, the only reason that I'm not like a Jeffrey Dahmer like type person, he said this verbatim, he's like, is because of Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we just finished up our first event being back in Austin. It was great. It was really fun. Turnout was a little bit smaller than I was hoping for. I think we had like 18 or 19 people say they were going to be here for this specific one, and we probably had like 14 people, but still pretty good. We do have a lot of things to fix and to improve, mainly like communication, participation, show up rate, and stuff like that. But this one for the end of the month is going to be really good. We have some cool stuff planned, a whole new way to host them and everything. So yeah, hopefully that fixes a lot of these issues. All right, I don't have any furniture, so I'm gonna do this sitting down on the floor, but I wanted to take a second to give you some context on what it is I'm doing here, why I moved across the country to a completely empty spot with just a suitcase, and what I'm trying to build and why I'm trying to build it. The startup that I'm building called Uncommon Collective, which is essentially in-person networking and communities for Christian entrepreneurs in their 20s to get off of screens, come meet with people in person, build real community, build real friendships. Austin is going to be our main hub for that for the next 6 months to a year. And the whole reason I started Uncommon Collective in the first place is because when I was building my last business before this, I was 21 years old, making about $40,000 a month with my business, which is great, super cool, but I had no community that I wanted to have. I was pretty much just completely solo. I had a couple people online that were my age also building this stuff, but no one around me that understood what I was trying to do, but also with the intention of why I was trying to do it. It wasn't just to make a bunch of money or flex on other people or whatever. It was because I've always felt called, like I'm supposed to be building a business. I'm supposed to be creating something. And it's been very difficult to find a group of people who share that same belief set, but also share the same ambitions. So earlier this year, I started Uncommon Collective while I was in Utah for some snowboarding. I didn't know a single person there, and I wanted to just find some cool people in the area who we could get together, talk business with, go to church together, just start building some community from scratch, from literally absolutely zero. And I just ran ads because that's what I knew how to do from my marketing agency, and it worked. It really worked great. Like, I was there starting from not knowing one single person, not one person knew me, and then 2 months later when I was leaving Utah, I now have a couple of my best friends that I met from there. It's insane how fast we made those connections and those friendships because we had the two biggest things in common, which was, number one, pursuing God, number two, being ambitious and building a business, and then the third, you could say, like, we're all around the same age. So that's what we're trying to build over here. That's why I'm doing this, is because I think that our generation is more isolated and more lonely than ever. And there's stats to back that up and everything. But I just want to impact and have a positive change in the world, because I don't think it's good for us to be lonely. I think that the enemy wants us to feel like we're the only ones, that we are isolated, we are so special that there's nobody else around us who gets us. But it's just not true. It's just hard to find us. It's just hard to find the community. So we're trying to be kind of the beacon or like the magnet that brings all these like-minded people together to make starting that community, building those friendships, make that a little bit easier off the jump. And the vision for this, if I'm able to play my cards right and this is what the Lord has in store, the vision for it is hopefully we are active in dozens or hundreds of cities very soon, and we're helping thousands of people get connected across all these different cities, building friendships, building relationships and community, and just fighting back against that loneliness and isolation, because it doesn't need to be that way. So that's the vision, and while I'm here, I just want to make some fantastic events that people want to go tell their friends about, and I want to introduce some people and make some connections that people are going to want to tell everyone about, and that are going to genuinely improve their lives, because it has for me. I've met almost all of my best friends through this now. So if I can do that for even, a handful of people, I'm going to count that as a win. But hopefully we end up doing it for lots of people. So that's the goal. I'm going to try my best to build this out and use my time here in Austin wisely and do the whole thing with God.
Hi guys.